Hello everyone. January 2025, 8 workers died at Visakhapatnam steel plant. Gas pressure sensors had been sending warnings, but no intelligent layer connected those readings to operational decisions in time. That's the pattern across Indian heavy industry, that is 6,500 facilities in FY 2023. And over 60% of the facilities still rely on manual handoffs between digital tools. While moving on to the dashboard, we have built a Sentinel AI, a unified AI safety intelligence platform that fuses IoT sensors, permits CCTV, and shift data into one predictive layer that acts as a fatality not after. Here is a live dashboard. Our plant simulator runs 6 zones and with 48 sensors. Zone A, that is Coke Oven, is a running routine confined space maintenance under normal conditions. As you can see here, here are the multiple zones. Here is the Coke Oven battery. Here we can see that there is no risk detected. Watch what happens when the confined space permit overlaps with CH4 gas creeping and up and ventilation going offline. No single sensor triggers an alarm, but our 6-node Lang graph multi-agent pipeline detects this compound condition. 7 compound risk predictions, that is, 7 compound risk rules: fire, rule 1, confined space plus elevated gas, rule 6, ventilation offline plus confined space, combined score, that is 35 points on the top of the sensor reading. After that, risk risk gauge passes 75 as alert appears. Here we can see that the platform auto triggers emergency responses. Now for emergency orchestration, we have a particular page that is which is used to handle the emergency. Here we can see that all the status is normal, and we have set a threshold of greater than 75, and the response time is smaller than 5 seconds. The emergency orchestration runs a 6-step automated sequence. Alerts are generated, multi-channel notifications go out like WhatsApp, SMS, email. Permits in the zones are suspended. Sensor evidence is preserved for regulatory reporting. This is a manual. We can trigger it manually, like confirm. Now we have here declared a status that there is an active emergency here, and now we can see that the affected zones can be seen here, and we can see the workers requiring evacuation, which workers need to evacuate from which zones. Here we can see that, and evacuation routes activate to muster points within 60 seconds. An OISD compliant incident report is ready, reducing the critical first 10 minutes from the chaos to coordinated response. Here is the preliminary accident report. What happened? What was the problem there? And who is reported? After that, let's go to the permit page where the digital permit intelligence agent continuously cross references active permits against real-time conditions. As you can see, here is the hot flagged. Here is a hot work flagged in proximity to elevate the gases. Each conflict cites into regulatory basis and OISD 105 Factory Act. Now let's get to the heat map. In heat map, we can see there are multiple rooms like the maintenance workshop, the control room, raw material storage, blast furnace area, gas processing unit, and the coke oven battery. The geospectral safety heat maps give the safety officers a real-time situational awareness across the entire plant. 6 zones color-coded by a live risk, 50 workers with animated position, muster points, everything a safety officer needs to make split-second decisions. After that, we have an incident page where we can see what incidents have happened. Our rack system built on ChromaDB with 20 real industrial incidents and 3 regulatory frameworks that answers natural language questions like what incidents involve gas leaks during maintenance. It cross-references patterns that manual investigations miss. Then we have a co-pilot section where we can ask questions to the AI, where the AI safety co-pilot gives operators a conversational interface to the entire plant. Live sensor state, risk levels, historical patterns, and regulations that all through a single chat. Why was the last triggered? The last alert was triggered due to compound risk and coke oven battery zone A. The exact cause is not specified in the provide content, but it is marked as critical. Now let's move on to the knowledge graph. What does the knowledge graph suggest here? Behind the scenes, a network X knowledge graph connects zones, sensors, incidents, regulations, and equipment. LangChain, LangGraph, Grok LLM, Fast API backend, Next.js frontend, and Postgres all containerized and deployment ready on Railway. The architectural pattern. If Postgres SQL goes down, we fall to a SQLite. If the backend goes down, the frontend runs on a 695 line client simulator. The system never goes dark. Now let's move on to the dashboard again. Here we can see that there are multiple sensor readings that are giving the live sensor readings. Here is the temperature. We can see the pressure. All are changing. Here we can see the overall plant list is 50. That is caution. Sentinel AI turns data that already exists, sensor readings, permits shift logs, into intelligent intelligence that already acts, not after the visor, before it. Thank you for watching this video.